Primal Chaos. Hey guys, Primal Chaos here. Welcome to the channel, and I'm going to be doing some more Dimash today, obviously. This is an interesting one because I'm familiar with the song Ave Maria. I think everybody is. So I'm really interested to see sort of what kind of a take Dimash has on this. Now, I was just quickly flicking through a second ago, and it seems like it's Igor Krutoy on the piano as well, which is interesting. You know, that's something that sort of stood out to me just from the really quick sort of screen grabs I just flicked through. But I'm excited to hear this because it's going to be obviously it's going to set a new benchmark potentially for how this song is meant to be performed, and I'm assuming a lot of people doing this song from now on will take on board what Dimash does with this performance and maybe build upon that if it's going to be at all possible. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too much. Let's just jump straight in. This is Ave Maria by Dimash. A lot of production here. Heartbeat. Hear his breath coming through. It's beautiful. His control is just so remarkable, eh? What a great setting choir too, wow. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Dimash Kudaibergen.
So I guess it wasn't actually it wasn't actually Ave Maria. It was like I guess some sort of a take on Ave Maria. But man, like without the benefit of any kind of words or lyrics or anything, it was just like vocal exercises essentially. It was still one of the most beautiful performances of anything ever. That's insane. Wow, that was intense. All right, give me let me just jump to a break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about it. Hey guys, this video is made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind, and if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description, it'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test, and while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you. Yeah, so, okay, so that wasn't what I expected at all. And it's such a strange thing. Like I can picture that being like an interlude, between songs at a gig. You know what I mean? Like we're going to take, and then that might segue into something as well. So this was just an odd choice because it seemed like, they announced him after the fact. So it seemed like potentially this was a one-shot performance. Fill me in the comments. I'd love to know what this was from. Or whether was it another Igor Krutoy night where different singers were coming and going or something like that. I don't know, but it's interesting. But just the straight audacity of being like, what should we do? Well, I'm just going to go out in front of the audience and I'm just going to sing a single vowel sound for the entire time. And like the sense that that's enough. And it really is. Like nobody in that audience walked away going, what was that? You know what I mean? That would have just been, it was breathtaking. That's the only way to describe it, And look, the power that he has, when weighed up against his ability to be delicate is just, that's the dynamics of what makes it so special. Because, anybody who is capable can get up there and just scream for 4 minutes, but Dimash is capable of making his control is at such a level that he can bring those notes right back to almost nothing with pristine clarity, and then he can flare them back up whenever he feels inclined to do so in such a way that it sounds almost like a mechanical process. It's so smooth and accurate that it's mind-boggling. I feel like if you ever heard any kind of a falter in Dimash's voice, it would be an unusual moment. You'd be like, what happened then? Because there's, from a technical perspective, there's never anything there that sort of that your ear catches as though, and things like that, little bumps in the road and things like that are just part and parcel of being human. When you're playing a trumpet, for example, the trumpet's a mechanical device. As long as you're pressing the keys and the trumpet's set up well, it's going to play the sound as you expect. I'm not a trumpet player, so there's probably a bunch of trumpet players in the audience going, that's not actually all that true. But when you're, I suppose your embouchure and all that matters too, but you get my analogy, right? The human voice is just muscles and, vibrating bits of human anatomy that can, they can be obstructed by anything. Like if you breathe at the wrong time, or if your throat's a little too dry that day, or if things just aren't moving the way they should. And this is why singers warm up and everything, but it just seems like he's always so hyper prepared and hyper focused that he would never allow something like that, like a little bump in the road, to sort of get through, But man, what a beautiful performance. The choir sounded stunning, especially when those male voices came in. So beautiful. Yeah, but it was just like, how do you compose a piece that doesn't have lyrics and just has variations on essentially a single melody that goes for 4 minutes, and it's still interesting? It's just mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. I went in expecting one thing. I got something completely different, and I'm not disappointed. That was so cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Like, there's not a whole lot to talk about with this song because obviously there's no lyrics and things like that. But just other than like, it was just breathtaking. That's all it is. Like just like any other Dimash performance, I suppose. But that's I'm still glad I checked it out because it's given me again another side of particularly, I guess, Igor's composition, and also, you know, Dimash having the confidence to go out there and perform something like that, you know, because it has a certain simplicity to it. And sometimes simplicity can be a tough thing to put out there in the universe because I mean, he's considered to be an incredible technician, right? Probably the best in the world. And so when you go to see Dimash, you expect to see that happening. You expect to see something that's complex and you know, while still being passionate and organic and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, what you're not expecting to see is something that is essentially, you know, on its face value at least, simplistic. And, you know, to have the confidence to do that and know that you're going to be able to be enough in that moment is really interesting from a psychological standpoint. A lot of musicians, when they compose, always in the back of their mind, the battle is raging with what am I presenting to the world, to my peers, to the people who judge me? What am I presenting? And so people tend to overcompose and overanalyze and make things super complex because they want everybody to know that they feel matters how good they are. Dimash has the confidence to know that he's good enough, you know, and I think that's what this whole piece is testament to. But yeah, anyway, if you feel like I've brightened your day at all, feel free to support the channel. Just buy me a coffee. That'd be fantastic. And, you know, like, share, subscribe, send this reaction to anyone who you think might appreciate it. But yeah, I'm going to keep deep diving into Dimash. I've got to get back and do some metal because I've got metal people who are probably tapping their feet right now wondering when I'm getting back to them. But look, this is always fun. It's always fun to dive into some Dimash. So thanks again, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.